You've been lied to. Seriously, the fitness industry wants you to believe that after 40, you need some complicated 12 exercise split routine nonsense with machines you've never heard of and supplements that cost more than your car payment. But here's the uncomfortable truth nobody's talking about. While you've been hopping from program to program, chasing the next revolutionary workout, your body's been screaming for something simpler, something primal, something that actually works. What if I told you that 6 exercises, yeah, just 6, are all you need to build more muscle, strength, and vitality than you've had in years? Sounds too good to be true, right? That's because you've been conditioned to believe that more is better, when in reality more is just more. The guys who are actually thriving after 40 aren't doing 100 different exercises. They're mastering a handful of movements that force their bodies to adapt, grow, and become bulletproof against the aging process. And here's the part that might sting a little. If you're not seeing results with your current routine, it's not because you need to add more exercises. It's because you're probably doing too much of the wrong stuff and not enough of what actually matters. So, here's your choice. Keep spinning your wheels with overcomplicated programs that leave you sore, tired, and no closer to your goals, or strip everything down to these 6 foundational movements that'll transform your body faster than you ever thought possible. Ready to stop wasting time and start building the strongest, most capable version of yourself. Let's go. Single leg RDL. You know what's funny? Most guys think they need fancy gym equipment to build real strength. But here's the thing. Your body's already got everything it needs. The single leg RDL isn't just another exercise. It's basically a blueprint for how you move through life. Every time you bend down to pick up groceries, reach for something on the floor, or even walk upstairs, you're doing a variation of this movement. It's like training your body to handle real-world situations instead of just looking good in a mirror. Now, let's talk about what this bad boy actually does for you. First off, it hammers your hamstrings and glutes like nothing else. And we're not talking about that superficial pump you get from leg curls. This is deep functional strength that translates into explosive power. Plus, it's a gamaker for your balance and stability, which, let's be honest, becomes more crucial as the years stack up. You'll also torch your core without doing a single crunch, because your entire midsection has to fire up to keep you stable on one leg. Here's how you nail it. Stand on one leg, keep a slight bend in that knee, and hinge forward at the hips, while your other leg extends straight back behind you. Think of your body as a seesaw. As your torso goes down, your back leg goes up. Keep your back flat, not rounded, and feel that stretch in your hamstring. Start with body weight for 3 sets of 8 reps per leg. And once that feels comfortable, grab a dumbbell in the opposite hand of your standing leg. Progress by adding weight gradually, maybe 5 pounds every couple of weeks. Or by slowing down the tempo to 3 seconds down, 3 seconds up. And here's a pro tip. If balance is tricky at first, lightly touch a wall or chair with your fingertips until you build up that stability. From there, you can explore variations like the B-stance RDL, where your back foot lightly taps the ground for support, or eventually progress to holding kettlebells in both hands for an extra challenge. The beauty of this movement is that it keeps giving back the more you invest in it. Look, if there's one movement that separates the men from the boys after 40, it's the squat. Think about it. Every time you sit down on the toilet, get out of your car, or play with your kids on the floor, you're squatting. The problem is, most guys have spent decades sitting in chairs and avoiding this fundamental pattern. And now their hips are tighter than a rusty bolt, and their knees sound like a bowl of Rice Krispies. But here's the truth, nobody's telling you. If you can't squat properly, you're not just losing muscle building potential. You're literally losing your independence as you age. The squat is hands down the king of lower body exercises because it hits your quads, glutes, hamstrings, and core all at once, forcing your body to produce growth hormone and testosterone like crazy, which, let's be honest, you need more of after 40. What's crazy is that squats don't just build muscle. They bulletproof your knees by strengthening all the connective tissue around them, improve your bone density, which matters way more than you think, and teach your body to move as one coordinated unit instead of a collection of separate parts. Plus, there's something primal about loading weight on your back and standing up with it. It builds mental toughness that carries over into every area of your life. Here's how you're going to approach this. Start with a goblet squat, holding a dumbbell or kettlebell at chest height. Let's say 25 to 35 pounds, depending on your current strength. Feet should be shoulder width apart, toes slightly pointed out. And as you descend, think about sitting back into a chair while keeping your chest proud and your weight on your heels. Go down until your thighs are at least parallel to the ground. Then drive through your heels to stand back up. Shoot for 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps to begin with. And as you get stronger over the next few weeks, you can progress to barbell back squats or front squats, gradually adding weight while keeping that form tight and controlled. Here's something nobody thinks about until it's too late. Your calves are literally carrying you through life, every single step, every single day. Whether you're walking to your car, running to catch an elevator, or just standing around at a barbecue, those lower leg muscles are working non-stop to keep you upright and moving. Yet, most guys completely ignore them until they look down and realize they've got chicken legs poking out of their shorts. But beyond aesthetics, weak calves mean poor ankle stability, which leads to rolled ankles, knee problems, and that old man shuffle nobody wants to develop. Calf raises are deceptively simple, but incredibly powerful for building lower leg strength and size. Strong calves improve your athletic performance in pretty much everything. Jumping higher, running faster, changing direction without eating concrete. They also enhance your balance and proprioception, which is just a fancy way of saying your body knows where it is in space. And here's a bonus most people don't realize. Well-developed calves improve circulation in your lower legs, reducing the risk of cramps and that weird restless leg thing that happens when you're trying to sleep. Getting started is stupid easy. Stand on the edge of a step with just the balls of your feet on the surface and your heels hanging off. Hold on to something for balance. Then raise up onto your toes as high as you can. Really squeeze at the top for a second. Then lower your heels below the step level to get a deep stretch. Do 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps with just your body weight at first, focusing on smooth, controlled movement rather than bouncing around like a pogo stick. Once that feels too easy, and it will, throw a backpack on with some books in it, or hold a dumbbell in one hand while doing single-leg calf raises. Start with maybe 20 to 25 pounds and work your way up from there. Let's get real for a second. When's the last time you actually pulled something heavy toward you with real effort? If you're like most guys, you spend your days pushing keyboards, pushing shopping carts, pushing yourself out of bed, but your body wasn't designed to only push. It needs to pull just as much. And that's where the inverted row comes in. This exercise mimics the exact movement pattern you'd use if you were climbing over a fence, pulling yourself out of a pool, or dragging something heavy toward you. All movements that scream, "I'm still capable and strong," not "call my kids to help me." The inverted row is basically the opposite of a push-up, and it's going to build your back, rear delts, and biceps while fixing that hunched over posture you've probably developed from years of sitting at a desk. What makes this movement so valuable is that it strengthens all those muscles between your shoulder blades, your rhomboids and mid-traps, which pull your shoulders back and down, making you stand taller and look more confident. Plus, unlike pull-ups that most guys over 40 can't do properly without shoulder pain, the inverted route lets you adjust the difficulty by changing your body angle, making it accessible no matter where you're starting from. Here's your setup. Grab a sturdy table, a Smith machine bar, or even TRX straps if you've got them, and position the bar about waist height. Lie underneath it. Grab the bar with hands slightly wider than shoulder width, and create a straight line from your heels to your head. Your body should be rigid like a plank. Pull your chest to the bar by squeezing your shoulder blades together, keeping your elbows close to your body. Then lower yourself back down with control. Start with the bar higher, easier for 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps, and as you get stronger, lower that bar closer to the ground to increase the challenge. Eventually, you'll be doing these nearly horizontal, looking like an absolute beast. You've probably done a million push-ups in your life, right? Maybe in gym class, maybe in the military, maybe just randomly trying to prove you've still got it. But here's what most guys don't understand. The push-up isn't just some basic exercise you outgrow. It's actually one of the most complete upper body movements you can do. And it's been building warriors, athletes, and strong men for literally thousands of years. Every time you push yourself up off the ground, you're not just working your chest. You're engaging your shoulders, triceps, core, and even your legs if you're doing it right. It's a full body tension exercise disguised as a simple move. What makes the push-up so incredible is its ability to build functional pressing strength that actually transfers to real life. Like pushing a stuck door open, moving furniture, or getting yourself up off the floor. Which, trust me, becomes harder as you age if you don't train it. Beyond that, Push-ups build shoulder stability and core strength, simultaneously teaching your body to generate force while maintaining a rigid, neutral spine. And because you're moving your body through space, rather than just pushing a barbell, you're developing better body awareness and control. Plus, there's research showing that guys who can bang out 40+ push-ups have significantly lower risk of heart disease. So, yeah, this simple move might literally save your life. Let's get you started properly. Get into a plank position with your hands directly under your shoulders, feet together, and your body forming one straight line from head to heels. No sagging hips or sticking your butt in the air. Lower yourself down until your chest almost touches the ground, keeping your elbows at about a 45 angle from your body, not flared out to the sides. Then press back up explosively. If you can't do a full push-up yet, that's fine. Start on your knees, or do them against a wall or countertop, shooting for 3 sets of as many reps as you can with good form. As you get stronger, aim for 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps. Then start exploring variations like diamond push-ups for more tricep emphasis, wide grip for more chest, or even decline push-ups with your feet elevated to really crank up the difficulty. Alright, let's talk about something that's going to make your heart pound and your abs scream in the best way possible. Mountain climbers might look like you're just running in place in a plank position, but they're actually one of the smartest exercises you can do because they combine cardio, core work, and functional movement all into one explosive package. Think about it. When do you ever need pure strength without any conditioning? Whether you're chasing after your dog who slipped the leash, sprinting to catch a flight, or just keeping up with life's demands, you need that cardiovascular capacity mixed with core stability. And that's exactly what this movement delivers. What's brilliant about mountain climbers is they torch calories like crazy while simultaneously building your core endurance, hip flexor strength, and shoulder stability. Your heart rate's going to spike fast because you're essentially doing high-intensity cardio while holding a plank. It's metabolic equipment. But here's the kicker. Mountain climbers also improve your coordination and agility, forcing your brain and body to work together at speed. And because you're in that plank position, you're constantly fighting to keep your hips level and your core tight, which builds the kind of anti-rotation strength that protects your lower back during everyday movements. Here's how to nail them without looking like a fish flopping around. Start in a solid plank position with your hands under your shoulders and your body in a straight line. Drive one knee toward your chest, then quickly switch legs like you're running, but keep your hips low and your core engaged. Don't let your butt bounce up and down like you're doing some weird donkey kick. Begin with 3 sets of 20 seconds, focusing on controlled movement rather than just going fast and sloppy. As your conditioning improves over the next few weeks, bump it up to 30 to 40-second intervals, and eventually you can add variations like cross-body mountain climbers, where you drive your knee toward the opposite elbow, or slow mountain climbers, where you hold each position for a count, really emphasizing that core control and making every single rep count. So, there you have it. 6 exercises that'll completely transform your body after 40. But here's the real question. What are you going to do with this information? You can close this video and forget everything, or you can actually take action today. Which version of yourself do you want to be 6 months from now? The guy who knew what to do but didn't do it? Or the guy who's stronger, leaner, and more capable than ever? If you can't commit to 6 simple exercises, what else are you giving up on? Your body's ready to grow. The only question is whether you're ready to show up and do the work. Now, if you're serious about building real strength and transforming your life after 40, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because we've got way more game-changing content coming your way. Stop waiting, start building.